Sweden is the only European country where fatal shootings have risen significantly since 2000, leaping from one of the lowest rates of gun violence on the continent to one of the highest in less than a decade, a report has found. The report, by the Swedish National Council for Crime Prevention, BRA, said the Scandinavian country had overtaken Italy and Eastern European countries primarily because of the violent activities of organized criminal gangs. In this video, we are going to talk about gang warfare in Sweden. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. The fight against Europe's criminal underworld has an unlikely new flag bearer. Gangs have blighted countries across the continent, from traditional mafia heartlands in Italy to clans operating in Germany. Now, Sweden is going into battle against the violent gangs bringing bombs and gunfire to the Nordic nation. At least 35 people have been killed this year in gang violence, with 10 shot dead in August alone. This summer, 2 Swedish teenagers were tortured and raped in a cemetery in a so-called humiliation crime. In the first half of this year, 20 people, mostly young men, were killed in 163 shootings. A study in 2018 found that a man aged 15 to 29 in Sweden is 10 times more likely to get shot than in Germany. "My son Marley was only 19 here," Maritha Ogilvy said with tears in her eyes while staring at a photograph of the smiling teenager. "He was in a car with a friend when someone shot him in the head with an automatic weapon. He later died in a hospital." The teenager was murdered in 2015 in Varbygard, a suburb southwest of Stockholm. For Ogilvy, the nightmare continues. "It's been 7 years. He still is dead today, and he was my only child," she said. Apart from losing her son, she has also lost her identity as a mother and a chance to ever have a grandchild. And he lost his chances to have kids and to grow up and move from home and travel and get married and all those things. "So, it's horrible," she added. 8 in 10 shootings in Sweden were connected to organized crime, a study by the Swedish National Council for Crime Prevention said. That ratio was significantly higher compared to other countries in Europe, The Guardian reported. In 2018, Sweden had the highest number of gun deaths in Europe, surpassing Italy and Eastern Europe, due to increased criminal gang activities, The Guardian said. Deaths involving guns tripled in that country between 2012 and 2020, Bloomberg said. Nearly 260 crimes in Sweden involved explosives in 2019, up 60% from a year earlier, Swedish National Council for Crime Prevention data showed. Linda Staff, Intelligence Service Chief of the Swedish National Police, told The Observer that bombings in public spaces are specific to that country. Staff added, "It's not normal to see these kinds of explosions in a country without a war." Mattias Forsten, the Örebro Police Chief Superintendent, said the number of gangs in the town had risen to between 10 and 15, and they have become far more violent. "Most of them have some connection to criminal groups in the major cities," he said. "Where maybe 10 years ago they gave someone a beating, they then switched to shooting each other in the legs. Now they shoot each other in the head," Forsten said, adding that the violence was often caused by turf wars over drug sales. As the violence has spread, it has risen to the top of voter concerns for the first time since such polling began, with 41% saying the crime was their biggest worry, according to a report this year by Gothenburg University Society, Opinion and Media Institute. That poses a problem for Sweden's ruling Social Democrats, who are seeking a 3rd consecutive term at the September 11 election. Despite tougher gun control laws and additional resources for policing, the Social Democrats have been unable to stem the rise in gang crime during their 8 years in power. "I haven't completely made my mind up yet, but I'm leaning towards not voting for the Social Democrats for the first time in a very long time," said Nicholas Anderson, 49, a construction worker in Örebro. "I think we might need new ideas to stop the gangs. We have been too naive." Authorities said there were 112 Turkish and Arab gangs operating in the state, with more than 3,800 people suspected of various crimes. Many suspects had roots in Lebanon, said officials. German gangs have been linked to spectacular crimes, including the theft of a giant gold coin and a jewel heist at a museum in the eastern city of Dresden 2 years ago. In one case, the Alzine clan is thought to have fraudulently claimed nearly $500,000 in benefits and spent its funds on weapons and luxury items. Mahmoud Alzine, nicknamed the Godfather of Berlin, was deported to Turkey in January. The large inflow of illegal weapons to Sweden and a failed integration played a role when it comes to the shocking gang-related fatalities. In the Scandinavian country that was once a political and economic role model, things started to change in the 1990s when the gap within the society started to grow, according to Alexandra Pascalidou, another journalist and author. Let us know your opinion in the comments section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we will be back soon with another video.